A pleasure to meet y'all at last, and welcome back to Nerf Secrets Revealed. So this is episode 2 out of a planned 69 total episodes for season 7. And I could say for sure that I'm hoping to do very well in this season, because I feel like I've had a blast making all the episodes for season 6. Especially the ones that included this current format, where it's just me sitting on a bench here in the corner of this deck with the camera being pointed directly at me. But now, I feel like I could take it a few steps further and probably just add in some more stuff. First off, maybe a little music ought to pep some things up. So let's get some in. Alright now, so what I'm going to do today is that for this second episode here, I'm just going to simply talk about what's to come here for the rest of 2019 as well as for 2020. Now, of course we already do realize the fact that, well, for the rest of 2019 we will have some other newer blasters out there, including the Elite XD Titan, which I already gave it a new name because I feel like that the Titan name had already been trademarked, because there was a rocket launcher type blaster from the N-Strike lineup called the Titan, and I feel like that the Titan name should be trademarked towards that only, not to anything else. There's a lot of trademark related issues that Hasbro seems to have with their own products from the Nerf lineup over the last decade or so, and I can't really blame them for not having that much inspiration or creativity, but I feel like it should be a task of mine, a mission of mine, that is, to trademark names as best as I can, to alert anyone out there that confusion should not be adhered when it comes to naming certain products out there. Trademarking, of course, is a really big issue around here within the last several years or so. Especially when the Elite lineup first came out back around 2012, there were quite a few blasters that eventually came out which already featured names that had been trademarked to older blasters or older counterparts of those blasters. And most people just don't seem to realize this fact, but I mean, I can't really blame them either for that kind of nonsense. But anywho, aside from the so-called Titan from the Elite XD lineup, which will be coming out later this year, we'll also have ourselves a brand new blaster called the Trilogy. Now the Trilogy does act in a similar way with what the Sledgefire did back in 2013, except the Trilogy would work a little differently. It simply has a pump on the bottom to launch 3 different darts at the same time, using the same kind of shells that the Sledgefire came with. So it'd be no surprise really. But aside from what is currently known as the Titan, as well as the Trilogy, there will be more out there. Of course, Micro Shots blasters are also becoming larger and larger of a group. We are seeing more out there, including the Zombie Strike, Flip Fury, and Crosscut being added to the lineup as well. But something else out there, I mean, there are some more Fortnite blasters, and well, Fortnite's just not something I really grew up with, so I'll probably have to move on from that. Because, of course, those blasters are indeed based off of the same type of firearms you can get in that game for every battle royale that you play, but moving on from that though, there actually won't be that many after 2019 because no current leaked information has been leaked out at the moment for anything about 2020. Although, there is actually going to be a brand new Modulus blaster out there called the Tracker. Now the Tracker we don't really know too much about, but since it's a Modulus blaster, it should have a lot of customization put onto it. So that's probably some good news right there. We've managed to get ourselves at least a dozen other Modulus blasters throughout these last 3 years or so, including the Ion of Fire, the Battle Scout, and even the Regulator and the Nova Charger, which of course had the trademark's name Tri-Strike put onto it, but I've known it as the Nova Charger because Tri-Strike does, well, it's simply the trademark name given to a Super Soaker's crossbow style blaster. But of course Modulus blasters do have a ton of creativity that you can put on into them, as well as customization efforts with multiple tactical rails and such, along with accessories that most of them come along with. So I've got a feeling that the tracker out there would have the same amount of customization as many of the others out there, but there's really not that much information out there, even on the Nerf wiki page, so we'll probably just leave it at that until we see anything new that comes out. But other than all of this, aside from all of the other newer blasters that we've been seeing up until, well, the last time I uploaded an episode of Nerf Secrets Revealed to my channel, that's pretty much just it. There's really not at all that much information that's leaked out about what's to come in 2020. Though I could imagine we could get ourselves some really awesome blasters then, but we'd have to wait about 6 more months to find out, for sure. But anywho, I feel like that should pretty much just be it for now. But at this point, I can just consider that this new season just might be as much of a blast as the last season was, because I put a ton of good stuff in there, and I really got some great ideas in that season. However, there are plenty of ideas from that season that I ended up not using / scrapping. But I can always recover these ideas and start using them for this season. So this way, any of you out there who continues to watch my series would still have a ton of ways to keep my series itself in check. And I know for sure that I've already got myself part in the bag there. But since I've got tons of ideas that I've got in the back of my mind, I feel like that this season would be a great opportunity to use them. But if you want to see more, go down to my channel. Make sure that you like, subscribe, comment, follow me on social media, and stay on the Hollywood side.